Sorry, last minute technical detail back there. I trust the streaming team will figure it out. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Unity of Orange County. How are you doing today? There are two great social tests every year. You passed this one. You are here. Congratulations. Well done. Guys, let's get our energy going. Let's rise. We're going to start by singing Spirit is in this place. We have come together as a family. I almost recognize that intro. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof for shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Sing out. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We're gonna tag it. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Very nice, everyone. You may be seated. And I want to welcome Reverend Arlene to the platform.
Good morning. Good morning. So you all set your clocks right because you're here. So I just have to tell you, one year, it was Easter Sunday. Thank God I wasn't the minister. I was before I became a minister, and we got to the church thinking we were early because it was Easter, and we were wondering why there were so many cars already. And when we walked in, why were they having the service? And then we realized, oops, we forgot to set our clocks. So all of you, congratulations. And welcome to the Icebox. So, a month ago we had no AC, so now we have no heat. It's kind of like just the extremes. It's just fun. Just life is fun. It's an adventure. So welcome, and we like to open with our special prayer. So together, let us affirm, we pray, believe, and affirm continued growth and prosperity for unity of Orange County, with an abundance to spare and share. With grateful hearts, we give thanks for answered prayer, and so it is, amen. And our vision statement together, centered in divine love, we joyfully co-create a world that works for all. And our mission is to awaken and inspire and transform lives. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who makes the service possible. We have Bill on piano. And we have Tom under the piano. Whatever. And he also does under the piano and the sound and the singing. So let's give him another round of applause. And then we have Waverly and John streaming, and Mark on camera. And our greeters are Marilyn and Fiona. And our prayer platform person today, and say that 3 times fast, prayer platform person, is Reverend Allison. So we are grateful. And so we have our prayer line. Somebody's having some problems with it, but if you click on the link, there's no problem on the e-blast with the link, and it will get you to our prayer line, and someone will contact you to pray for you. And we are bringing the choir back for Easter. Yay! So rehearsals start on March 20th, and they're going to be held on the 20th, the 27th, April 3rd, and the 10th, and then performing on April 17th. So if you were in the choir, come back, and if you weren't in the choir and were jealous because they looked like they were having so much fun, right, just come on down and join and have fun. And the Spirit Walkers are come back, so they are going to be spirit walking on March 24th at 9:30 at the Laguna Niguel Regional Park, and we're going to meet in the parking lot at La Paz and Aliso near the bank. So it will be canceled if it's raining. I doubt that this time of year. I don't know, but if it does rain, it will be canceled. And then tomorrow, Monday, March 14th, Reverend Annie is going to be having her second prayer class, and that will be on Zoom, and that's from 6:30 to 8. And the ID for that is 863-7428-8019. And Shanice has an announcement to make.
Our Creativity is a Spiritual Path will be meeting this Thursday on Zoom. March 7th. Turn it on. Check, check. All right. Creativity is a Spiritual Path is resuming this month, St. Patrick's Day, 6:30 to 8 p.m. But I wanted to invite all of our Unity community, even those who are streaming, to participate in our Pocket Heart campaign. So we are partnering with Moto International and global CIL leaders out of Wilmington, North Carolina, to bring little stuffed hearts and supplies to refugee children entering Poland from the Ukrainian invasion from Russia. So all that's needed is some scrap fabric, some glue, some stuffing or scraps, and a little prayer to make a little heart for a child in Ukraine that they can hold, they can maybe cry on, they can put in their pocket. They don't have a lot, but so join our Pocket Heart campaign all for the next month. We're going to be shipping out the first shipment on March 25th to go over to Antwerp, Poland. So Pocket Heart campaign and CSP. See us on Zoom for the same Unity IED, I think, on Zoom, yes. 3747. So thank you so much.
All right. Yes. And today, after the service, we're having a membership meeting. It's not going to be super long. It's going to be on Zoom and live, so please join us. If you're watching us on YouTube, get onto our Zoom channel, which is whatever. I don't have it, but it's the one we always use. So, do we have a slide with that by any chance? I need you guys to keep me in line because without you, I just not do it. Anyway, we'll get it to you before the end of the service. So now I'd like to invite Tom up, who's already here. So let's give him a welcome.
Thank you guys so much. We're having a slight technical issue for those of you guys watching on YouTube. Please be aware we are aware of it. Not much I can do about it, unfortunately, right this moment. So Arlene wants to talk about simple everyday prayers, like prayers that you might find either in song or in movies. And I do this song once in a while. This is from a movie called Spirit, the Stallion of the Cimarron. It's a very little-known movie. It's a DreamWorks film. It's gorgeous film. Has great music. It's a wonderful story. If you've never seen it, you should probably check it out. The reason I'm bringing this song is because this is a moment in the film where the protagonist is just beaten down. Every opportunity that they've had has been squandered, and they're in this moment of despair. And in the course of the song, there's a revelation, if you will. So the song feels a little weird because it's kind of taken out of the context of the movie, and I do apologize for that. But hopefully the story of it will come through. Sound the bugle now, play it just for me. As the seasons change, remember how I used to be. Now I can't go on, I can't even start. I got nothing left, just an empty heart. I'm a soldier, wounded, so I must give up the fight. There's nothing more for me, lead me away, or leave me lying here. Sound the bugle now, tell them I don't care. There's not a road I know that leads to anywhere. Without a light, I fear that I will stumble in the dark. Lay right down, decide not to go on. Then from on high, somewhere in the distance, there's a voice that calls, remember who you are. If you lose yourself, your courage soon will follow, so be strong tonight. Remember who you are. You're a soldier now, fighting in a battle to be free once more. it's worth fighting for. Thank you, guys. Makes any difference, the protagonist in that movie is a horse. True story. Like I said, it's a beautiful film. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. So guys, let us slow things down, get ready for a meditation in the Daily Word. And do that, get comfortable in your chairs, feet flat on the floor if that's what's comfortable for you. I'm going to do it by singing Blessing to the World. You are. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. Take it inside for yourself, know that I am. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. Now expand to include everyone. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world, a blessing to the world. I'd like to welcome Reverend Allison to the platform.
Good morning. Daily Word for Sunday, March 13th, 2022. Light. The light of truth dissolves all darkness. A bird's cheerful song interrupts the quiet of the night. The dark sky grows lighter and puffy clouds begin to glow with a beautiful shade of pink. Brilliant rays announce the sun's arrival. The sun peeks over the horizon, flooding the new day with light. Light dissolves darkness in my consciousness in a similar way. At a challenging time, my heart responds to the hopeful thought that this, too, shall pass. Hope grows into faith as my mind opens to divine wisdom that is always mine to claim. Guided by the dawning of light and truth, I see the way forward and follow it with confidence. As surely as each new day brings a sunrise, my faith assures me the light of truth will dissolve the darkness of any obstacle that I may face. And the scripture today is John 1, chapter 5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. Now I'd like to invite the trustee to bring the prayer box forward. And let us know together that it is our connection with the one true source that answers all prayers. And let's acknowledge these prayers that have been brought forth today and know that the answer and the doing is in the asking. So we know that for each and every prayer that is brought forth into this moment, or each one that is still on your heart that you have not written down yet or brought forward to be made manifest, that they are indeed being made truth right here and right now in this moment, in this time. So we acknowledge this. And let's just go for a moment within and take it into our heart and say these prayers for each these persons who have brought this forward. And so it is. And I invite you now to prepare for our meditation. We've had an opportunity to spring forward today, so I chose a rejuvenation meditation for today. Meditation is an enriching, enjoying experience. As we enter into this awareness, into the presence, we are open, and we open our hearts to the sacred and rejuvenating emergence of this experience. It is in this place within us where we find that refuge from the outer world and from all our cares, and they just simply melt away. Take some time now to pause, to relax, to still your mind in the sanctuary of this stillness. I turn within and connect with the One. I am healed and refreshed. The spirit of love and peace moves from within me and into my life and into all of my relationships. What perfect peace I find in this presence. I know that all is well in my life and in my world. All living things are creation and are in this gentle moment in your loving care. You are the expression of order that reigns throughout the entire universe, and I know that everything is enfolded in love. As I reflect on this, I am serene. Thank you for this precious serenity. Peace, sweet peace, flows through my entire being, and I bask in the joy that it brings as I enter into this moment of contemplation. Ever knowing that I am one with the healing life, I am renewed in mind and body. Aware of this oneness, I know that God is the source of my being, the source of all being, the source of all life. I find comfort in this, knowing that I am filled with that divine life. And as it flows through me, I am assured of healing in my body, mind, and emotions. I see myself in the spiritual light, the light of truth, and know that life within animates me with that life that is the One. In this awareness, I express the fullness of health. Wholeness is mine through the loving presence. And I am grateful as I go within. I am prospered and blessed in the presence of the divine love. Resting further in my awareness, I see the infinite nature of being that includes abundant supply. Everything that I need comes to me from this endless flow of substance. Spirit is my unlimited source, and through this loving, all-providing love, I am blessed. I see the bounty everywhere around me, and I am confident at all times. And in this quiet of the meditation, I give thanks for this abundance. I am joyful in the presence. This constant loving presence is my peace. The bright shining light is my guidance. The divine life is my health. And the infinite substance is my supply. But more than these, I cherish my oneness with Spirit, knowing that Spirit and I are eternally one. I feel complete joy and contentment in contemplation of wonder and happiness. I rest further in this silence. As we begin to take this sacred time to a close, this meditation, give thanks for the oneness with Spirit and for the loving activity in your life. I invite you to slowly bring your awareness back to this time and place, to enjoy the music and prepare for today's service. Namaste.
Thank you, Bill. That was beautiful. So we are talking about everyday prayer, and not just so in films and movies. It's kind of that thing where like you're going along in life, and just when you need a message, something happens and you hear exactly what you need to hear. So for example, today I have these daily readings I do every morning, and this one came up. This was the I really needed this today. It was amazing. So this was the meditation of the day. Gently breathe in God's Spirit. That spirit which, if not barred out by selfishness, will enable you to do good works. This means rather that God will be enabled to do good works through you. You can become a channel for God's Spirit to flow through you and into the lives of others. The works that you can do will only be limited by your own spiritual development. Let your spirit be in harmony with God's Spirit, and there is no limit to what you can do in the realm of human relationships. I was like, wow, that was like perfect for this day. And the prayer for the day is, I pray that I may become a channel for God's Spirit. I pray that God's Spirit may flow through me into the lives of others. So I thought, wow. So that's how it happens. The other day I was walking, listening to a song, and there were a couple of lyrics. And I thought, my God, I really needed these. And that to me is everyday prayer. It's not something planned. It's just something that happens. And I have but for me, it happens a lot in song. I love music. And it never seems to fail that the songs that I really relate to come up just when I need for them to come up. So Tom's going to sing this song later. But so back in Miami, this is back a while, I was working, and I had working with a friend of mine. We were both on the same kind of spiritual path, and every time we would hear this song on the radio, the two of us would go, oh my God, we would stop, because to us it was like a prayer. And so it's actually from the movie Up Close and Personal with Robert Redford and Michelle Pfeiffer. And anyone see that movie? Good. See, Tom sees all the movies too, so I can relate. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter what it's about, but I heard this song, and I realized that if I change the words, because in the song originally the words are in the past, because she's talking about a person. If I change the words to the presence, they were exactly how I felt about God. And so some of the words are, and I'm changing them to the present, because this is how I see this as a prayer. For all those times you stand by me, for all the truth that you make me see, for all the joy that you bring into my life, for all the wrong that you make right, for every dream that may come true, I'll be forever thankful to you. You're the one who holds me up and never lets me fall. You're the one who sees me through it all. You are my strength when I am weak. You are my voice when I can't speak. You are my eyes when I can't see. You see the best that is in me. You lift me up when I can't reach. You give me faith because you believe. I'm everything I am because you love me. You give me wings so I can fly. You touch my hand, I can touch the sky. I lose my faith, you give it back to me. You said there is no star out of reach. You stand by me, and I stand tall. I have your love, I have it all. So every time I hear this song, I just change it. And, that's the amazing thing about prayer, everyday prayer. It comes from all kinds of places. And sometimes we're not aware of it. And we're not aware of it because we're so into our stuff. We're so into the stuff that the world gives us that we don't hear all these little messages that God gives us. Because think about it. People who write music, people who play music, people who do things like that, God is working through them. Because that's an amazing talent. And I believe that they are inspired, whether they realize it or not. They may not realize that that's God doing through them, but that is how God works. God does through us what we cannot do for ourselves, over and over and over again. And so we hear it in all these different ways. So another song that I love is by Lauren Daigle, and it's called I Will Trust in You. And it says, I letting go of every single dream. I lay each one down at your feet. Every moment of my wandering never changes what you see. I've tried to win this war, I confess, My hands are weary, I need your rest. Mighty warrior, king of the fight, no matter what I face, you're by my side. So kind of like the song that Tom did earlier, you know, it's about that, like, whatever we're going through in life, God is always there. You know, we forget that. We think we're doing it on our own. We think we got to deal with it on our own. We forget what we believe here at Unity, that there's only one presence and one power in the universe, and that it's God. And that presence, that power, is always with us. And the reason it's always with us, it's because it's within us. We forget that. You know, we don't realize that we are God, walking, talking in this place. And whatever we need, we already have. But we forget that. We think we need something else. And we forget that we already have everything we need. And I read something came up today, and it was an Eckhart Tolle quote, and it was something like, the pain, I put it down because when these things come up, you know, I write them down because my memory, you know, as you get a little older, somehow you just don't remember things anymore. And I'm getting close to a birthday, and the closer you get to a birthday, it seems the harder it is to remember these things. So I don't know why. Why do you think that happens? So Eckhart Tolle says, stress is caused by being here and wanting to be there. And I thought, that is such an Eckhart Tolle thing. You know, we're here, but we want to be there. So we have all these things that go on in our life, and we tend to forget these things. And if you don't have anything, I love my phone, because all this stuff comes up on my phone. The Daily Word comes up on my phone. And it helps me early in the day to remember what I'm dealing with, that I am not in this life by myself. And we so forget that. And yet you'd think coming to Unity, we would know that, you know, but we don't, because we forget. Whether we're getting older or not, we forget. We think that this is who we are, this body, this physical being is who we are, and that this physical world and all that it presents is the truth, but that is not the truth. That is just the facts. The truth is always the same. There's one presence, one power in the universe and in our life, and it is God, and God is good. So whatever is going on, when we remember that, we remember, like it says in the Course, Keys to the Kingdom, this too is good, this too is God, and this too is for me. And that is a mantra we can use whatever is going on. And so the other song there's three, those are the three. The other one is by a group called Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. So the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir is this amazing choir in New York. And they it's such a phenomenal group. If you ever get a chance, just go on YouTube and put in Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, because their voices, the soloists and everything, are so phenomenal. And they have a song called Still I Will Trust You. And some of the words are, I've climbed a mountain, I've walked a valley low, and there's a hand guiding me where to go. So I cannot question when storm clouds come my way, for I have placed my trust in you and you alone. While the storm rages on and I can't find my way, I will trust you. When in my dark hour you restored my weary soul, you led me to that resting place and made me whole. So I cannot question, though stormy billows roll. My faith is secure. Safe is my trust in you alone. So this thing of trust has a lot to do with how we deal with stuff. Trust is different than faith. We can have a lot of faith, but it doesn't mean that we trust. You know, I can have faith that this is going to happen, but it doesn't mean I trust it. Trust is the ability that no matter what is going on, that somehow you know that you're going to be taken care of. So when we had our retreat center, Vision Farms, it was out in the country, lots of dirt roads, and I would go down this dirt road with my dog, Nike, and I would that was at the time I was trying to really build up my trust in God. And so we would get on this dirt road, and it's true there weren't a lot of cars, but there were ditches on both sides of the dirt road, and he wasn't on a leash. And I would close my eyes and walk down this road. And I would just close my eyes and I would walk down this road, and it was like kind of just stepping out in faith and knowing that if I went too far one way or the other, that something would happen and I would know, and hopefully no car would come around, because, that would have been not very good. But luckily, no cars ever came. And so it reminds me of my favorite scene in the movie, talk about a God scene, is Indiana Jones. And it's the last one. And I absolutely love this scene because this is a perfect example of trust. And he is trying to get this chalice to save his father's life. His father's been shot, and the only way he can save it is to get this chalice. So he has to go through he has this book with all these little, hints, and he has to go through all these things, and he finally gets to the last place. The chalice is on the other side. There is this big crevice. I mean, it is wide, it is deep. The chalice is on the other side. He's got to get to the other side. There's no bridge, there's no nothing, there's nothing. And he's reading this book, and it says only that of faith can leap from the lion's head, because there's this lion's head by him. And he's looking at this thing, and he's going, and meanwhile, his father is dying. His father is dying, and he has got to get to the other side. And he's looking at this, and I love this scene. He closes his eyes, and he affirms this: only someone of faith can leap from the lion's head. And he takes his foot and he steps out, and this bridge appears. And only someone of faith could see the bridge. And he walks across the bridge. Of course, the Nazis can't see it. They're following him, so they're all like... But the thing is, that is what we often face in this lifetime. We have to step out when we don't see the bridge and know that God is the bridge. God is there for us. God will provide us whatever we need. And it's not easy stepping out, because it's scary. It's not trust if you don't do something in spite of the fear. If you don't have any fear, it's really not a matter of trusting whether God's going to be there or not. But it's doing something in spite of it. And then we know that God is there. Now, that does not mean, folks, that we always get our way. We seem to forget that God is not Santa Claus. And no matter how good we have been, we may not get the doll or the toy that we want. We won't get a lump of coal, but we may not get what we want. But we will always get what we need. We always get what we need. There was a Rolling Stones song about that. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And sometimes what we need isn't really what we want at all. But God knows better. There's this wisdom that is in this universe, this divine order that knows that no matter what we set our clocks for, it doesn't matter whether we set them forward, we set them back. It doesn't matter. The sun is going to rise when the sun is going to rise. It's going to set when it's going to set. The seasons are going to change when they change. And we can do everything we want with clocks. Nothing changes that. There is a perfect divine order in this universe. And nothing happens by accident in this universe. God is within everything. And so when we are feeling that we're not connecting, I suggest you come up with, it could be a poem, it could be a meditation, it could be an affirmation, it could be a song, something that you could turn on. And when you hear it, all of a sudden you remember the truth. You remember that God is large and in charge and always has our back and is always there for us. And we need those reminders because we forget. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and take a few deep breaths. And these are all the words to that song, Still I Will Trust You. I've climbed a mountain I've walked a valley low, and there's a hand guiding me where to go. So I cannot question when storm clouds come my way, for I have placed my trust in you and you alone. I will trust you, I will follow to your every calling. While the storm, it rages on, and I can't find my way, I will trust you, Lord. When in my dark hour, you restored my weary soul, you led me to that resting place and made me whole. So I cannot question those stormy billows roll. My faith is secure. Safe is my trust in you alone. So I will trust you. Still I will trust you. Still I will follow to your every calling. While the storm, it rages on, and I can't find my way, I will trust you. I will follow to your every calling. And so it is. Amen.
For all those times you stand by me, for all the truth that you make me see, for all the joy you bring to my life, for all the wrong that you made right, for every dream you make come true, for all the love I find in you, I'll be forever thankful. You're the one who holds me up, never lets me fall. You're the one who sees me through it all. You are my strength when I am weak. You are my voice when I can't speak. You are my eyes when I can't see. You see the best there is in me, lifting me up when I can't reach. You give me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. You give me wings and make me fly. You touch my hand, I can touch the sky. I lose my faith, you give it back to me. You say no star is out of reach. You lift me up when I have your love, I have it all. I'm grateful for each day you give me. Maybe I don't know that much, but I know this much is true. I'm blessed because I am loved by you. You are my strength when I am weak. You are my voice when I can't speak. You are my eyes when I can't see. You see the best there is in me, lifting me up when I can't reach. You give me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. You are always there for me, a tender wind that carries me, light in the dark, shining your love into my life. You are my inspiration, through the lies you are the truth. My world is a better place because of you. You are my strength when I am weak. You are my voice when I can't speak. You are my eyes when I can't see. You see the best there is in me, lifting me up when I can't reach. You give me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. You are my strength when I am weak. You are my voice when I can't speak. You are my eyes when I can't see. You see the best there is in me, lifting me up when I can't reach. You give me faith 'cause you believe I'm everything I am because you love me. I'm everything I am because you love me.
Did good. Sometimes when I tell people singing in the present tense, they're like, what? What? But that's great. So before I forget, if you're going to go on our meeting on Zoom, the Zoom number is 818-8859-3747. That's 818-8859-3747. So please join us on Zoom if you can't be here in person. And now we'd like to affirm our 5 principles for unity. So let us say these like we really mean them, because they are an affirmation. So the first one is, God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. And 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. And 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And 5, I do and give my best by living the truth that I know. I make a difference. And one way we make a difference is through giving and receiving. So the basket's going to go around, but we have several ways to give. You can put your money in the basket. You can go onto our website and go under to donate. If you want to give by a credit card, we have these cards. Forget the cards. This is what you do. You go text the number 77977. And then in the message, you put UOC Give. That's it, right? Unity. Unity OC Give. Unity OC Give. See, that's why you have to keep me on track, because you'd be all going, what's this? Unity OC Give. And then it will come up and say, do you want to give one time? Do you want to give regularly? And you can choose. That is the easiest way, or to just go on the website. But the texting, it's amazing. Once you do it, you go, oh my God, this is so easy. So it's 77977 is the number, and it's Unity OC Give is in the message. And then that pulls everything up that you need. But the basket's going to go around, and before that, we're going to do our affirmation prayer. Even if you're not giving a gift today, we invite you to pray, and then when the basket comes around, to put your hands over that basket and bless that basket. So together, let us say our affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. And so while that is going around, you want to just play a little music? Yeah, I'd like to invite, if there's anybody here for the first time, to raise your hand. We'd like to welcome you. Anyone here for the first time? No, we're all old friends here. Okay. So, we do have someone. No, we have a packet for you and a flower. Shanice is going to get it. And remember, if you want to get the materials for the hearts, they're on that table. And here we have someone right here. And Amy is waving the thing. Amy is looking for volunteers. Stand up, Amy, so they can see you. Amy, and go see her if you'd like to be a greeter. That's a great job. Being a greeter is a great job, because guess what? You get to hug people. And now you really get to hug people, unless you don't want to hug people. That's okay. But you can hug people. So things are getting a little bit more normal. So if you want to be a greeter, see Amy. It's a great way to meet people and get involved in this community. And remember, the supplies are out there and remember, the walk is coming up, and Annie's workshop is coming up tomorrow. So we have a lot of things going on. But please stay. It's going to be 11 o'clock is going to be the meeting. And please join us on Zoom. if you're not here. And so now, because we may not have any kids, but because we know that the child is within each of us and the light is within all of us, let us stand and sing This Little Light of Mine.
Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, oh let it shine.
And now let us join hands for our peace song and our prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
And together, wherever we are, God is and all is well. Yay, God.